But well, joining us to explain all of it, we've got Mike Davis from the Article 3 Project. Mike, when you look at this, do these tapes actually change the situation as relates to the Mar-a-Lago raid, all of this stuff that we've seen so far?
Not at all. And as I've been saying since August, Jack, the president is allowed to take his presidential records when he leaves office. That is specifically allowed by the Presidential Records Act. And Congress funds the office of former president. It is very secure. They get Secret Service protection. They have secure compartmented information facilities or SCIFs. They get federally funded staff. They get federally funded office space. That staff gets security clearances. It is specifically allowed that presidents are allowed to take their presidential records, and it does not matter whether the records are classified or not. And that's what people keep missing. Under the Presidential Records Act, it's any document created or received by the president and or his White House staff. So if the CIA sends a classified document to the White House, that is a presidential record, and the president is allowed to take it. Let me give you an example. When President Clinton left office, he had 79 tapes, 8 years of audio recordings of his presidency, including conversations with foreign leaders, highly classified material, and he had this in his sock drawer. And the Obama-appointed judge in D.C. correctly held that when a president leaves office and takes records with him, they are declassified and personal under the Presidential Records Act. And so when President Trump took his records when he left the White House, he's allowed to do that under the Presidential Records Act, and it does not matter whether they're classified or not.
But Mike, hold on. We've got a tape now. Apparently, Trump discusses the classified nature of the documents, doesn't? And you saw this was the lead, and we were clicking through. So we'll go back, and I'm not going to sit and watch CNN, but we will go through the night before, or the morning after, and look at the night before, and we'll take a peek at what were they talking about? This was the lead of every single show on CNN last night. It was covered extensively on MSNBC as well. They're acting like this is the latest gotcha, and I understand that it is a business. It is a business strategy for them. This is marketing. They have this constituency of like suburban wine moms who just love the get Trump. It's like that TV show Succession, which also CNN loved for some reason. The libs loved that show, and they're like, no, this is what it is, because we can't get him in real life. We're going to get him in TV, but maybe we will get him in real life. Do you really think this actually represents the game changer that CNN is trying to make it out to be?
I think the game changer, Jack, is when the FBI got caught with a document that evidence that then Vice President Joe Biden took a $5 million foreign bribe from China and changed American policy. And the FBI covered up for Joe Biden for many, many years. And my former boss, Chuck Grassley, along with House Oversight Chairman James Comer, have the rats at the FBI cornered. And so now that they're cornered and facing contempt, and the FBI is finally admitting that, yes, this document deals with an allegation of a $5 million foreign bribe of then Vice President Joe Biden, magically, Garland's hand-picked special counsel Jack Smith starts selectively leaking out from the Mar-a-Lago probe. So I think that's a big part of the connection. I also agree with you, Jack. Another part of this is that President Trump dared to take on the military-industrial complex when they were marching to war against Iran.
We've got about a minute and a half left. Mike, what else can you tell us about this document, about the $5 million? We haven't seen it, but I'm sure you've heard about it. Your sources on the Hill are impeccable. What are you hearing?
Well, I think when this document comes out, you're going to see a very credible source. This whistleblower is making a very specific and credible allegation that then Vice President Joe Biden took a $5 million foreign bribe from China, and he changed American policy. And that lines up pretty well with the evidence that we've uncovered so far. And there is a reason that the Biden Treasury Department is hiding these suspicious activity reports, these SARS reports with the Bidens. The walls are closing in on the Bidens. Will anything happen to them? who knows, if we lived in a fair world, he would be impeached and removed from office or minimally chased out of office because we have a clearly compromised president of the United States who has shown in the past that he's willing to take high office and sell it out to our worst enemies for his personal gain.